Is that better? Is yeah, is that better? Oh, I forgot my, no. Is that now going to twist? Yes. No, I don't want that twisting. There we go. My phone was, shut up. No, my phone was connected to my headphones, that was all. So, what I was saying originally was that if people don't know what frogging is, I will tell you. Or you could search it up for yourself if you don't want to know. From me, specifically. Oh my god. Do you know? Oh my god, I just realised how many scraps there were in there. Oh. That's squatting, I think. I think that's what you're thinking of. Right. Yeah, no, that's squatting, not frogging. I mean, it could be both, but it's not the type of frogging that I'm on about. I'm on about in a crafts perspective, or at least in a fibre art perspective. Oh my lord, this won't come undone. I will be facing this way because my loving computer is over there. So I apologise if it does not look like I am paying any attention to what I look like on said screen. I actually do not care anyway. I know I look like shit, so I genuinely could not care. I could not care less if I look terrible, because I am going to be showing you stuff that looks a whole lot worse. So what I'm currently frogging right now, for example, used to be, I'm taking the straps off it currently, used to be a pinafore that I had made, and then I finished like most of it, had one little pocket to add on, and then realised that the pinafore did not fit my figure at all. I just kept falling everything. And so what I'm doing is I am frogging it so that I can reuse the wall for something else. Because a lot of people like me don't want to be wasteful. I'll just cut that whole thing out. We'll find out what's been cut where. Yeah, no, it just didn't fit me properly, even though I made it to a correct measurement and everything. It just did not fit correctly. So I got rid of it, essentially. Or is that no? I've had enough. So what I'm currently doing is yeah, it's not the it's very difficult to measure what something will fit like, especially when using crochet, because there is a chance that it just will not work at all. But yeah. Oh my god. Why can't I get this to go through? Another thing is that a lot of, depending on what wool you've used, depends on if you can salvage it at any point. which I'm trying to do currently. I'm trying to salvage this, but it's just not really working, and I think this will just be me struggling to salvage a strap. What I might just do is I might just deconstruct everything and then salvage it piece by piece. Oh my lord, okay. I know this is just a string that I put in, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Because, is that on? No, it's not. One thing that I realised when working with this piece was that I made the straps too big because I just didn't measure at all, which is kind of my fault anyway. But I just made the straps way too big, so a lot of my work on this piece was just tying stuff together, when now, even though this piece was relevantly recent, yeah, I would be. I actually don't think I would. My septum isn't that bad. Like, pain-wise, and I don't think it's completely metal, so. Oh my god. Ah! So, for a start, a lot of my work is quite old / quite recent, depending. I don't actually know what I crocheted when. That's fun, isn't it? Not knowing what I crocheted at what time. I'm just going to cut that straight off. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, septum piercings are a lot of different, because you can get like titanium ones and stuff, but you can also get other types, because you want specific types that don't rust easily, because it's going in your nose. So, oh my lord, this is probably the worst thing I've ever had to frog, because I don't know what I'm doing frogging this, because with all the other ones I can just pull, like, no, I could never get any piercings like that. They're just not the type of piercings that I myself would want. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? There we go. Okay, so that's a scrap. This is my scrap pot. So if I look like I'm putting anything in a pot, it's because I am. I have a huge scrap pot that anything that is too small to go into like a ball, I put in there because I can use it for stuffing and stuff like that if I ever want to do amigurumi or pillows and stuff. This is difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. The thing is that my fan, which is blowing at me, is also is also just blowing at me. It's really annoying. I've just realised I need to be going the other way instead of that way. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. I'm not thinking properly. I've not been thinking properly all day ever since I went for my jab. I think my jab's just messed me up, I think. It's not changing when I feel like it is changing when my gender changes. There is a difference. It's just I've been streaming when I've been a dude because it's just not been like as changeable. I know, I know you're the confused man. Oh my lord. Why can I not get this to... Okay, so this is probably just become a thing because it's just not coming undone. I don't know why. Right, if I pull that through there, right. Why is this not... I'm trying everything in my power, but the problem is with this, I cannot see where the stitches are because it's chenille yarn, meaning it's just really, really fluffy. So I don't know where the stitch is, meaning that if needs be, I will just completely cut it. And my problem is that I think the stitch is somewhere where I can't see it. So I'm just gonna have to cut it straight off in a knot. I'm gonna have to cut the bottom thing off as well. A lot of people don't like frogging stuff for this very reason. It's very difficult with specific stuff. I am using my eyeballs. Where the hell did that go? As you could probably see from stream, I am trying to use my eyeballs and it's just not working. Another thing I should have done was frog it from where I started, because this is not what I've done. I've done the frog it where I ended and it did not work. Oh my god, no. There we go. Because unlike sewing, you don't have a frog tool. You don't have like an thing. So a lot of it is just do it as you go. That just cut itself. I didn't do that. I don't think it cut it at the right place. No, I did not. Maybe I should have done that, but I didn't, so stupid me. I just pull, it seems to be working. One thing that kind of works in my favour is the different colours of this, because I can follow a colour through and I can say, well, this is the stitch that that's come from. It's not exactly a rainbow, it is, I think the thing itself is called cotton candy. So, see how easy this is now becoming undone. Yay! So it's frog where you start, not frog where you end. I think this is where I started anyway, I don't actually know. No, it's frog where you end, not frog where you start. There we go. That's what I can say. You frog it where you ended, not where you started. Because if you do it where you started, you mess up completely. Because frogging is just pulling it so it goes through all the loops again, and it just undoes all those loops. And I understand that yes, it's annoying that I'm facing this way, but I am trying to make sure I don't miss any of chat. So my plan is to get through quite a few of my projects and then put them into like this style of thing where it's cardboard and then the thing wrapped around it, because it works. Very rarely, but it does. Because I've done it before. I did it with these ones, I did them at school when I was bored. So I don't think, yeah, you can't really see the mess that's behind me, but there is a mess. I don't know. What? Do you mean knitting is for nerds? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Yeah. No, that's not why. I want to use some of the wool for different purposes, and I just don't like some of the things that I've made with it. So my brain is telling me if I do this, then I can actually use the stuff for other purposes that don't actually mean that I struggle. Oh, I could use toilet rolls. We have too many toilet rolls. So I could use that to roll these. Oh, I'm a genius. That noise was unnecessary, but I'm a genius. I'm about to go grab some actually. I think for the smaller ones I'm not going to do it just because it'll be too much hassle. But for things that end up giving me this much fluff and a lot more, because this was like I want to say 1.5 skeins, but for this, because it was so thick, the skeins ended up being like this big. And it ended up costing my granddad about like, altogether it cost us £18, but it cost him 12 because I could only pay for £6 at the time. So yeah, oh my lord. What I should have done was I should have found, what I actually wanted to do now. Yes, I go to sixth form. I go to sixth form. One of the library, like heads of the library essentially. I'm not one of the heads, but like, me and Zach, we are fighting for head student currently. So yes, that is fun for me. What? Yeah, bookkeeper. I'm definitely a part of that. It's just so much stuff is piling on that I wanted something to calm myself with, and I can't do that. So something I realised was I can use the old pieces that I don't like, and I don't know what I've done. What have I done? Oh, there it is. I'm trying to put it in a different pile, but like I need the end of it, so I've just pulled the end out from that pile. And now I need the end. Oh my god. Now I need the end of this pile, which I don't know where that is. Meaning I now need to pull all of this to that pile. Oh, I am not doing so well, chat. I'm not doing so well. Ah! Is that it? No, I'm just getting random scrap pieces in my yarn now. That's not fun. Because every single time I think I see it. Yeah, I called just you chat because there's also someone else and I don't know who it is. So I say chat. And anyway, I plan on throwing this on YouTube. So. Oh. This is not fun. My arm is killing because I had my vaccine today, so I shouldn't really be having my arm up here. But I went to the doctor's today for a jab. Oh, okay, so that's that. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this smaller piece because it is there. It is available for me to chop. So I'm going to do this bit first because it is here for me to just go snip with. I don't know if this is where I would want, no, it's not where I want a frog. I don't want a frog here. I want a frog on this end. But I can't seem to get, because it's not us. I'm just going to cut through the thing, aren't I? Yeah. I don't want to do it like this, but I've had to. I don't know which way I'm supposed to frog it, because none of the ways that I've just frogged it are like the way that it frogged for the other thing. So I'm now confused. I'm confuzzled. I think if I just... why is this not working? I wonder. Why is this just not working? Because the other one worked. No, I'm pulling that in. I'm not going to try and do a handstand. I'm not going to. Is it because I used a different stitch? Or what have I done? What have I done? I don't know. That's what I've done. I can connect that to there, so I think I'll do that first. I'm not going to do a headstand either. Headstands hurt. I know because I've tried to do one before and it killed me. No, Jack. I'm going to do neither of those things. None of them. None of the above. And then my end is actually over here. Why is this different? I don't know. Is it stuck in a stitch that's not there? Is it stuck in a really tight stitch? I would not be surprised. This is not the way it's supposed to have gone. What is going on here? I think I've cut it the wrong way. But I can't do it any other way. You know what? I'm going to do something that's really stupid. Going to cut it down the middle. Because yes, it gives me a lot of really random strands. However, it gives me an area to pull from. You can hear the scissors don't like it. And yes, I'm using kitchen scissors. Because, yeah. What? I thought we were going to have problems. Apparently we don't. What's going on here? Because there's that. There's that one. Now I've pulled the wrong bit again. I'm about to just start cutting it up in small pieces because nothing's working. I'm just pulling at different things here because I don't know what the correct thing is to pull at. Oh, I think I found it actually. Oh no. It is a FNAF shirt, yes. I got asked today if I liked Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was like, yes, of course I do. Like, why do you think I'd be wearing this shirt if I didn't? And then I met one of my primary school teachers earlier. I met her on my way back from the doctor's, and she saw that my shirt said free hugs, because it does. And she was like, oh, free hugs. And so she hugged me, and I was like, I've never felt this. I've not felt this in ages. It's... The movie was okay, I think. I did not have any real problems with it, but it was only because, to be fair, I struggle with horror movies anyway. What's weird? What, my primary school teacher? My primary school teacher hugging me? That's weird, is it? Oh my god, I'm just covered in fluff! I don't want to be covered in fluff. Oh my god! Nah, because she called me her mini-me because I have the same last name as her. I will in a minute. I might. I'll probably use the fan to, like, get it all off me at the end of stream. Because I did not think this would be such a problem. I can't wait to frog this. That is going to be a fun one to frog, I think. I actually think that these are useless because I cannot seem to frog it properly. I'm not changing my outfit because it's too hot. If I'm changing my outfit, I'm changing myself into pyjamas, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I don't want to change my outfit because if I change my outfit, I'm going to change myself into pyjamas. And then if I change myself into my pyjamas, I'm going to be really tired and still really hot because my pyjamas are really fluffy. Because it's the only pair of pyjamas I have. Will these pull apart? No. So for a start, we're going to have to get rid of... Oh, there's 2 pieces of... 3? There's a lot of scraps in there, but they're not long enough for me to do anything with. That is fair, I think. I only use PJs because, for me, I struggle with having the, like, bed sheets on my skin, because I don't like it. Because of autism, maybe, I don't know. It's not a maybe, it's a definite. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then we'll see what it is. I mean, that's fair. If you struggle with... My bedroom is really, really warm because it has, like, a ton of black in it. Like, black bedding. It has blue walls, which draws in heat anyway. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on at least trying to get this either off the pinafore or at least off the skirt. Or just, you know, off in general. But yeah, my room is like Inferno itself. It is very much just heat. That's fair. My friend and I, we were in Miss Butterman's office, Miss Warburton, but she's not married. Or she was in her office. We were in her office, sorry, and we were sat around doing work. We weren't doing anything silly, but a bug came in. A bug came in and we were like, no, we can't stay in this room when we were in the library. So we went to her office, went in there, there's a bug in there, but we have nowhere else to go because we're like, James hates bugs. So because he hates bugs, I stood around. It was like a fly, I think, but it was like a really massive fly, but we just hate bugs. So I sat there staring at the bugs, like at the bug, waiting for it to go out the door, and then as soon as it left the room, I shut the door on it. It's we don't like the buzzing noise of it. We don't like the buzz. So, yeah. We tried to leave it be, but the bug that we tried to leave be, like, followed us essentially from the library into her office. So, oh my god, how much? It doesn't help with the way that I've done this, like how I've connected them, because I've connected them as if I'm like sewing something together, because that's just how I thought you were supposed to do it, which you can do it this way. It's just, it gets really annoying when you go to frog the thing. But I wasn't aware I was going to frog it. I thought I was going to just create something else out of the very terrible pinafore. I think in my brain when I stopped crocheting at this point, when I stopped like crocheting this specifically, I got bored of the pinafore and then wanted to crochet at sixth form. So I asked very politely if I could use my knowledge of crochet to make something at sixth form, and I was told, yeah, why not? It would be very nice of you to do that. So I made a blanket for sixth form, like for the common room and stuff. I made a blanket for that. I'm gonna do that, see what happens. And I think I ruined it already. Because no, got that. No. Oh my god. Nope. Aha, there we go. I've got it. That is just a straight up mess. So, oh, I've got it, actually. I thought I wouldn't get it. Oh, I've lost the end. No, I haven't. No, I have not. I have not lost the end. I thought I'd lost the end. My leg is now killing me. Like normal. It loves to hurt me. Like, it loves to hurt me. I found it, don't worry, I found the end. Oh, my leg. My leg. I can't fix my leg right now because my leg is numb, meaning that I need to stretch it and walk around, because this happens if I sit cross-legged for too long, which my brain didn't think about when I sat like this, ready to frog everything. What I might do is I might kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go grab the toilet roll tubes if they're still there when I go to make sure my leg's fine. Right, there we go, there's that. There's this, but I don't think this is anything. I'm not going to kiss my leg better, no. What am I doing here? This is a tie-on point, so I tie on the straps. It eventually stopped not doing good. I remember weaving in my ends, so I think this was one of them. What is this? Is this one of my ends or not? I don't know. I'm going to cut both ends of the thing here and just pull apart and see what happens. Is this one of my ends? I want to say it probably is. Sometimes I don't. I want to say it is. It is one of my ends. Okay. I'm just going to cut it there. Why do I keep just dropping the other end? I don't know. You should see the like mountain of wool that is to the right of me. To the right of me, to the left of you, either like on your end. It's not to the left of you, but it's like to the left of the screen, I guess. But you should see the amount of wool that is there, because it's a lot. I might show you, and like might turn my thing to show you. I don't know yet. What is this now doing? It's just skipping a whole thing. What? What did I do here? Oh, I know what I've done. I've pulled a joiner. I think. But I now have this lovely little piece of thing, which I'm not going to try and keep because I don't think it's worth it. This is amazing. I love that I decided to do this as a stream idea because it's calming for me. Even though I don't really have much to talk about other than what I think the things are from, but I know exactly where this is from, and I also know what is used in it, like what this is actually called. It's just not in my brain at the moment because I'm not currently at my school computer, because I have... Go play that. Go for it. I was planning on doing like half an hour breaks where I would stop and play Pokemon, but this is so satisfying to me, so I will not be doing that. Oh, this is so fun. Now I can figure out what I actually want to do with this because it's adorable. There's a chance I might just make another blanket, but just make it slightly better than the one I did last time, because the one I did last time, it was really haphazard and I didn't really know haphazard, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was just like going off just not what I wanted. But what I want to do this time is see if I can make a granny square out of it. And if I can't, I'll make a granny triangle. I'll make a triangle like I did for my bandanas, and I'll just make a huge bandana and use it as a blanket and see how it goes. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes, because this is a lot. Oh my lord. Hi honey, Jesus. You can see how like quickly it's going down, I guess. Well, not quickly, because it's still like this. But it's still going down quite quickly. It's now going the opposite side of my arm, so I'm not doing that anymore. But like, it's working. I don't know if using the toilet roll would be enough, like the toilet roll tube. I don't know if that would be enough, because this seems to be, I'm fixing my posture because my posture's terrible, because I'm like this all the time, but I need to fix my posture. So this is literally organising my crochet / knitting, because there are some things that I've knit in piles that I don't know if I'll be able to fix or not. If not, then oh well, I can't fix it. It's not that much of a problem for me. I can just use it whenever I'm making like pillows and stuff. So it's not that much of a problem to me if I can't fix something. It'll never be that much of a problem to me. I remember hating doing this project. When I was doing it, I hated doing it. I was like, I'll get something cute out in the end, and then I didn't, and I was like, oh, well, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So, this is now what is becoming of it, and as you can see, it is now slowly getting smaller. Because of how big the project is and how big, like how thick the wool is itself, it will just slowly get small. That was a tug. Is this what I think it is? Is this another? No, it's not. It was just a really, really tense stitch. I thought it was going to be another join, because I think, like I said, this tuck, there is a weave end here that I've just seen. So what I'm going to actually do right now is I'm going to take this out from here, because it's not fun having a weave end in it. Oh, if I can even get this weave end out. I wove that in really, really strongly, and I know why it's so strong is because it's woven with a crochet hook and not a normal like normally you use a like a needle of sorts, like you can use a darning needle or anything like that. This wool doesn't fit in the darning needles that I have, so when I was going around weaving in ends, I was using a crochet hook. I still do it, to be fair, when it works. Like when the pattern itself is so thick you can't really tell. That was when I used a lot of, yeah, I don't really know what to say. This, I believe, is actually me figuring out how to, yeah, this was my swap from using single crochet in like the ribbing, because this was supposed to be I think this was originally supposed to be the top, and it turned out to be the bottom because of the way it turned out, because of the way it like folded. So I can tell that I'm getting to the end, and I kind of love that, I think, for myself. The way that this changes slightly is these crochets are going this way. No. Yeah. These stitches are going in this direction. If this makes any sense, they're going like this way, whereas these ones are going that way because I liked the change in stitch and I liked the way that it looked when I looked at it for the first time. I was like, oh, that's pretty, and then it ended up not being pretty, and then I think my main problem of anything I'm gonna frog is this, because it was supposed to be a gift and then I just stopped doing it because I hated doing it at that point. So that's going to be the main issue with frogging today. That's even if I get to that today, because there is a lot of stuff that I can do that isn't that, which I'm kind of happy about. Like, I can do several different other things than just that, which I think I kind of want to do anyway, because that is a whole project. Like, I can't, like, that's not even finished, and I think that was the project I worked the hardest on, because it's just a whole lot of sewing, and it drove me insane when I was actually doing it. So yeah, the lovely thing is that was supposed to be a gift for my stepmother, she's not exactly my stepmother just yet, but I still call her my stepmother. It was supposed to be a gift for her, and then I realised that I didn't want to do it, and I was like, you can now see the mountain that has become the mountain. It's slowly creeping up into frame. If I do this, it creeps up into frame a little bit more, meaning that I definitely need to go get a thing. I definitely need to go get one. The annoyance is that the thing won't be the right thingy. Now is this? Aha! There we go. I sewed them together whilst crocheting. I crocheted them together. That's what happened. Because now this is just going this way and not that way. I would not be surprised if this is a stream of me just fixing this one thing of wool, because I have a lot of it. This is the only project that I'm frogging of it, but I still have a lot of it. Like, I have scrapped over there, and then obviously I have these, but these aren't really going anywhere. But I still need to tie them together, grab the toilet paper rolls, and then do it that way, and like make them into a bigger skein. What I know is going to happen is that this will overpower the toilet paper roll, meaning that most likely it's going to be split off into multiple different ones. If not, it's going to be, oh my, I just took that out of my hands, that's how hard I pulled. We'll find out actually. If the lighting looks really weird, obviously we have this window, that feels warm, but then we also have that lamp there, so the lighting will look kind of weird. I can hear there's a lot of ASMR when it comes to this kind of thing, because it's depending on the wool you have, it makes sound, but I don't really like the sound that it makes, so it's why I'm trying to talk over it, and it's why I have the fan running, because I don't like the sound. I'm going to hold on to this whilst I shuffle over here and grab my very tiny but still quite big, well, it's big for what it is, but I'm actually going I'm actually just going to shuffle this. I'm actually going to just this is what it looks like currently. It just looks like, I don't know what I would call it, to be fair, but it looks like something. I am about to tie them together, and then I'm going to run off to grab the toilet rolls. Another thing I usually do is I usually use tape, like sellotape, to hold the bottom end onto the toilet roll, or at least whatever I'm using. But this time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut a slit into the toilet roll. I'm just going to put like a ball of it into there and then just slide it in. So I know it's very different for me, isn't it? It's very different for me to be around instead of the Overwatch. But no, I am doing a knitting / crochet. I'm just being crafty. That's what it is. I'm doing something else. It's the reason, this is how my brain yeah, it's an RL stream, yeah. This is how my brain lets me do different things. So my brain was like, you need to get rid of these. Oh, very much so. You need to get rid of all of this stuff. So if you do it on stream, you will get rid of it a lot quicker because you'll be doing different things. This was supposed to be a bee. It's just a ball, very squishy ball. I'm currently just trying to go through my, oh, I remember this. This was my first ever like proper project, and I stopped it quite quickly because I realised I would need triangles on the edges because these are hexagons. They don't look like it currently because they've just been squashed, but these were hexagons, and I have not touched this white wool specifically. I have not touched this white wool specifically in ages. I gave up halfway in a lot of my projects. That's not a project. I was wondering what, oh my god, what am I feeling? No. So for example, this was my first ever granny square. I'm supposed to be doing two things at once here when I'm not. This was my first ever like joining project. Oh my god, there's so much stuff in here. No, I take it back. This was my first ever hexagon project. I have just been making stuff, but some of these things are from years ago, like when I first started crochet, which could have been a good 2-3 years ago. My first ever joining whilst doing a hexagon. Oh, these are memories. Oh, double-sided tape. I was wondering where that went. Another granny square. So yes, I've just been making stuff, and I realised that I don't like, I either have not touched what I've made in ages, or I just miss the wool that I used. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a small little ball. Actually no, I'm not going to do that. I'll be right back, gang. I have to go grab, oh, my brain's forgot what it's called. Toilet paper rolls. I have to go grab them for a second. I'll be right back, peoples! There we go. I have them. Where did I put the ball? Hang on. There it is. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I've done this on a day where it hasn't been my lovely mother's throw out day. because we do just have some of those random days where we realise we have too many, and then so we throw some out. But now I have the lovely task of doing this, which is going to be annoying for me. And I know these aren't going to hold everything, so I think this is only going to hold a certain amount, which is annoying. I guess, actually, I could try with the other thing, so give me a minute. I'm going to try, oh my god, the fluff is going everywhere. I'm going to try with something else. If the thing that I'm going to try does not work, then I don't know what to do with this, apart from cut it up and try it this way again. I have an Amazon package, like box, but I have taken care to not get any of my information on these. I cut the information off. I just cut a whole panel off, to be fair. I was done with it. Okay. We are making a bigger version of these because these work. I just don't know whether or not they will work with the amount and the density of wool that is this. It just looks like dyed spaghetti. I finally figured out a way to reference it, and I'm not even joking. That's the first thing I could come up with, that it looks like dyed spaghetti. Because it just does. Okay, so where's the end is here. This is the end. So what I'm going to do is, I usually have something to stick this down. Because I don't, I'm just going to hold it until I have. The annoyance is this isn't exactly the best cardboard for this. It's really flimsy, but I have no other choice. So this is now going to take me forever. So if someone wants to pipe up and speak to me, that would be brilliant. What I might do is I can't contact someone because my phone is being used. I'm stupid. I was gonna. Oh, I could contact someone. I just need to open this form here. I was gonna ask a mate something. I've just realised I've done that. Okay. Whatever. I've done it. The thing I wanted to do ended up not really working out, so what I would have to do is restart my computer, and I cannot be bothered. I don't know how to do this thing that I want to do because I'm stupid, and I'm streaming on my phone and not anything else. we'll see how long it takes me to do all of this, because it might just end up that I'm frogging one of my many pieces and then quitting stream, because I think I want to at least get to having one of my things frogged, at least just one, and depending on how long that takes depends on how many things get frogged anyway, or at least on stream. I can frog them off stream with someone speaking to me. All I need is something else to busy me when I don't want to do the frogging. Oh my god, this is why one of those, like, I essentially got this from, you know, those like spindle things, spindle things. Yeah, this is where I got the idea from, because I saw them, was like, oh, those work really well. So if I just make my own version on cardboard, it would work perfectly. It does, surprisingly not. Like, it's not surprising is what I meant. It's not surprising that it works, but to me what is surprising is currently how much this is taking up. But I think until it gets just a bit out of control is, to be fair, it's getting out of control now, but like the pile is getting out of control, not the actual thing itself. Should I just do this and like get a good amount of it out first? Probably a better idea than what I was previously doing, which was just wrapping it. I'm going to get asked, what did you do last night, Blue? And then I'm going to be like, well, I was streaming all night, well not all night, but I was streaming and then I frogged stuff and I made things. I have behind me what is going to be my yarn box for things like these. So like any small leftovers that get made into these get thrown in there. But I don't think that's going to happen with this, because I just don't think it's going to fit with how thick it's going to end up being. I think it's going, if I put this in there, it's going to be the entire yarn box. So, I don't know just yet. Because this is looking pretty thick right now. I'm very much close to cutting some of it off, just so that it so that this doesn't end up getting too thick, because right now, oh my lord, because this is starting to hurt my hand, I'm not gonna lie. My hand is starting to ache. Woo. I feel like right now I'm just holding like the earth in my hand. This is reminding me of the time I got spooked by a random beep in the kitchen. I can't remember what it was. I think it was actually the washing machine right next. Like, I remember being sat on the floor, getting spooked, and not knowing what spooked me. It was funny to me, I think, at the time. But now looking back on it, I looked like an absolute moron. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my, this was a mistake. I should have just left this one alone. This should have just been my like finale, but no, my finale is gonna be all these like small pieces. But like I can't really do anything else. So if I do anything else, then I'm not going to have any space for this little guy to go to. Like, what I plan to do is I don't really have many lessons tomorrow, and I have to wait after school, so I think I'm going to take this and do my crocheting for the first time in a month. I think it has been quite a while since I've crocheted. Like, I'm not even joking, it has been a long time. Oh. And the reason why I haven't crocheted, I haven't had enough wool. The only wool I've had is wool/yarn, depending on however you want to criticise me for it. Whatever way you want to say it, then meh. But wool/yarn, whatever, I haven't had enough to be able to make a big project, and that's what I miss doing. Is I miss having big projects that take up so much time. Even though I think I have problems with my attention span anyway. Oh my lord. It smells like smoke in here and it's not good. But I think it's my laptop overheating on the carpet. So we'll find out when I move my laptop away. Back there, you won't be able to see it because I moved so stupidly, but there is that white blob. There's that, which is something I frogged before stream and realised, oh, this is quite calming, so I could use this for stream if I so please. Like, I haven't done IRL stream in a long time, so if I do an IRL stream, I can frog. So, it is what I'm doing, I'm frogging. I think that I'm very quiet, like, to you guys because of how far away I am from my phone. But I don't know if I am or not. And I don't know if people can tell me. But I don't want to turn my laptop sound on to be able to hear myself because that's never fun. You know what, I am just going to cut it because I can't. I'm going to cut it, make this into the ball, and then the other one is just going to get rolled up, like as much as it possibly can. What I like to do is it's very stupid. What I used to do when doing these big things is I used to take my fingers like this and then wrap it around my fingers and then start like that. But then it became an issue of my fingers losing circulation because I would do it so many times over. With that, I'm probably going to have to do my whole hand. I'm probably going to have to use my hand to be the holder, be the middle. And then look at how thick that is. And that's not even I don't know if that's half. I don't know how much of that was. And I just lost the end. Are you serious? Because I don't even have this end either. I don't have either end. I need to find an end now. I need to scavenge through the whole thing to find an end. And I don't know where it is. Oh dear. Oh dear, I've messed up. I've messed up severely. Oh no. Oh! I could at least see an end, that would be great. But no, because it's so much colour, I can't see, I could barely see anything. Oh my god. Ah! I'm so close to just cutting an end and working from there, because I've done that before, where I couldn't find an end in any place, so I made one and it worked, because all it would do is make a knot near somewhere else. Found it! I just found a end, and because I'm right-handed, we're going to use my left hand as the holder. I think it's just going to be that a lot of these are going to be, like, this is not going to be all one thing, because I do not have the capacity for it to be all one thing. Now, because of all of my movement, there is now mayhem everywhere. And this is quite normal for me when I crochet, because the wool will start rolling around everywhere. And then as it rolls around, I will start crochet with it, and then just it goes crazy. Because I know where the end is. The end is over here. I should put this further that way. These are all holes, I guess. They're all loops. One thing that I've been crocheting recently is butterflies, and I have been trying to figure out how to make granny squares out of the butterflies that I crochet, because they're quite a simple thing to do with quite a small amount of yarn. I will interchange between yarn and wool because it's just the way I speak. I pick up a lot of my mannerisms from different places. That's the only reason why I can give you why I say what I say. Oh my lord. I mean, it's, I was about to say, it's slowly getting better, it's not. I might just have to cut this into way smaller pieces than I thought, maybe. We'll see what happens. Do 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 do. Ah! Ah, no! Boom, 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 boom. Oh my lord. I think because I'm also just adding more work for myself with the way that I'm doing this, so it's not helping me in any case. With the way that I do my stuff. I'm so close to hoping that I had done this like bit by bit instead of frogging the whole thing, making a huge pile and then doing what I've done. I just hope I've done it differently. Okay, so we've got that. So as you can see, as the outside light starts to dim, this light starts to become more visible. And this will be, if I do any evening IRL streams, this will be what it looks like for most of my stream, because of the times that I stream over here, where I am. Over here in the UK. I am the chaos child, I guess. I am the one that has no clue on what they're doing whatsoever at any point of time. I now have to pull some things in directions that I do not want to pull because it just will not work otherwise. Yeah, that. Is that what's burning? Yes, it is. That is what's burning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there with the fan on it, so that the fan can maybe help the laptop a little bit. Oh, okay. We're slowly getting there, I think. And I think the cutting of it and like making two separate things was a good idea. Even though, looking at the amount that I still have, people may say, no, you've still got a lot, so why did you make it a lot harder for yourself? In my mind, this is easier. Because had I done it in one whole thing, it would mean that I would have to I just want to see if, sorry, I'm focusing on something right now. Just trying to see where the pull is going so I can spread it. This looks really weird because I'm essentially fingering this, and that sounds really wrong, and I'll probably clip that after this stream. Oh my lord. I don't need a cure for me. I don't need it. I don't need a cure for me. Oh, that pulled quite a bit. I do not know why. That was very satisfying. I'm just trying to get is, where does this pull from? So all I'm trying to do is figure out where the wool is pulling. because that means I can. Okay, and so since we have quite a bit out of it, we're going to do some bit of rolling. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my lord. I'm not going to do it, I think, in any more chunks unless it starts to become a problem of the wool itself is just not pulling properly and is just bunching a lot, or it pulls apart itself because this wool is very, I won't say delicate, but it will pull apart quite easily because of what type of wool it is. There is a project currently that's up on the sofa over there that I haven't touched in a while because I really don't know what to do with it, but I'm not frogging it because I love the project. I just don't know how to make it better at this current moment of time. So in my fear of making it worse, I'm not touching it because I want to add tassels, but I don't know how to add tassels just yet. So when I learn how to add tassels, then I will start that project again. And now it's time for a little bit of pull because I've been lucky. There we go. I have been lucky for the past few minutes when it comes to the pulling, but I don't think I will continue to be lucky. So we're just going to do a little bit of pulling. There we go. We've done a little bit of pulling and now we're going to do a little bit more of rolling. So quite literally this is what happens when I frog. I pull and then I roll, I pull and then I roll. When I frog something that's completely the same colour as another piece of wool I have, I will tie the end, like this, I won't say the starting end, but like where I start to pull from. So my ending stitch, when I've pulled that completely, I will start to roll it as I frog it, but I didn't do that for this because I thought I knew better apparently. I also didn't know what I was going to frog and what I wasn't, and I just ended up frogging the whole thing. Oh, I've not been a good boy and I've not, no one ever called me that. I don't like it. I don't know why I said that to myself. I gave myself the ick. That's not fun, I guess. Giving yourself the ick is not an achievement you want to have, but it's an achievement I just got. I gave myself the ick. That's not an achievement that you want to be able to say that you've done. Oh la la. Oh my god, the monster is almost away. We're almost there. I say almost, even though we still have this chunk, is because of how thick I know the wool to be. So I know that this is only like a few, not a few, but like this is like minimum amount of pulls away. Like I don't have to, this won't take too long. Whew. I say that and then I'm going to be spending the next 30 minutes because a pull has been so difficult with me that I just can't get it to stay, so we'll see what happens. Because so far we've got good. Okay, so that's that. And then if I just do some ragdolling with it and just start pulling stuff around, because at one point I will get to a pull where I make something move. I obviously make something move with every single pull, but I just look like a villain then. I am so stupid. I am I just pulled the wrong thing. That's lovely. Right, so the pull is between here and there. I can see something moving, like I can see a loop closing, so I want to be careful in case my pull is that loop and it accidentally loops around other things. Which it has done. There we go. This is now getting bigger than my own hands. Like, I'm struggling to hold this. I'm having to grip certain parts of the like wool itself because I can't hold it in my hands anymore, suggesting that I should really cut it, but I cannot be bothered currently. Because if I cut it now, it means I have to do this all over again. And I cannot be bothered to do that. So, I want to at least get somewhat near my, I believe it was 1.5 skeins, or at least 1 and maybe, I'm trying to remember, 1 3/4, I think was how big the pinafore ended up, like how much of it ended up taking. But I know I'm not going to get that many because I do not remember how big said skeins were in like width and things. But I do remember how long each thing was. It was like I want to say like 170 meters each. Because I read the like label wrong, and I read it as 1.70. But no, it was not that. It was 170, and that was per skein. So I ended up having, let me do quick math in my head right now. 510 meters of yarn. So that's how much I had, I think. I could be wrong. I actually cannot exactly remember. But what I'm actually going to do is, I'm not even joking, I'm going to cut it off here. Because, I mean the yarn and not the stream. When it comes to this type of yarn, you really just don't want to pull too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a really long pull, so that I don't pull too much at once, is what I meant by pull too much. I'm almost getting to the end of this thing. And I'm not joking when I say I'm almost covered, like my legs are almost covered in fluff. I could possibly do ASMR with this, but I'm not a good person when it comes to knowing my volume. So just did a really risky pull then. Okay. This is giving me almost the same exact stress as Overwatch gives me, so you know what, it's not that much of an issue. I don't even know if I want to play Overwatch tonight. I think after this I might head off to bed, because, well, I might even just do like a tad bit of editing maybe and then head off to bed. Don't know yet. I just got really confused. I forgot what I was doing for a second, that's why. Oh my lord. This pool is nasty. Like, it is a nasty. Oh my Jesus. Apparently someone messed up the toilets at my school. Their 6-1 toilets all messed them up. So I think we're going to have an air fault. Oh my. Ah! Oh my lordy lord. I wasn't even pulling the correct pole, that's amazing. Do 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 do. Burr, 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 burr. I wanna tell my boyfriend what I've been doing, and about you, time I screw him. I've been running far away, will I run off the wall someday? Nobody knows, and I've been dancing in the rain. I felt alive and I can't complain. Oh, take me home where so the pull is in here. This is the most difficult bit when it starts to get to the smaller sections, because it looks like a lot, but I promise it's not. But just because of how thick it is, the pull's going to get even more difficult now. Brown, 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 brown. I'm trying not to yank it too hard. Like when it shows resistance, I get in there trying to deal with the situation. Like many things. I've got that lovely little gem, but the problem is, I'm trying to pull it from here, there's tension, meaning that if I just, something's brought to light, there it is. So, aha, this entire little section is up in arms. Jesus. I don't know where to go from here. Can't find the specific part that's the problem. Okay. No, it's just got tighter. Trying to do some kind of manipulation to see where the tension is coming from that isn't just where the pull is. I just can't seem to find somewhere that's a problem. Because there's definitely a problem somewhere. Can't seem to find the where. This now becomes the most difficult bit because there's not that much left. However, it's all a bit all over the place. If you took one thing at a time to another, it's no fun. And then pull there. There we go. And then sometimes they just need a good tug, but then sometimes you just have to know when to stop tugging. Because if you tug too hard, especially with this type of wool, you can just lose it. You can just make a situation that you will not be able to get yourself out of. Brown, 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 brown. I understand that this isn't always the best entertainment, but I don't know what to give you right now. Entertainment wise, anyway. Okay, there we go. I don't look the best in this situation, but I think it's for the best. With the timing of how long this is taking, I think this is going to be like a series that I'm going to do, because oh my god, if this is, I think I just made a knot, which is not fun. If I pull this through, there we go. If this is the amount of time I get through this one big piece, then doing a bunch of small little pieces and like making a series out of it works, And I think you guys should let me know in the future what you want to see. Do you want to see more of this kind of style of stuff? Or do you want me to stick to my regular old gaming? Maybe. Yeah, because oh my lord. Oh, this is a very, like, this is where it starts to get hard, because one single pull could make everything else go terrible. I found the end, so if needs be, I can use that to like maneuver everything else. I say I found it, I just saw it and then now I've lost it again. This feels like a puzzle, but it's like a nice puzzle, because I like doing these kinds of things. Oh, that's where I put the end. I put the end near me. That's fine by me. As long as it's near me, I don't mind. Right, so that's that. And now I'm going to go backwards and I'm going to take the end and I'm going to go wherever the end piece needs to go. Just to try and make it easier. Because even though this is a small clump of wool, it's still quite large and quite valuable. Like the amount of it is anyway. I can't wait to start crocheting with this. I might even take you along my journey of crocheting with this. We'll see what happens. We'll just see, won't we? There. That's gonna knot, but that's fine. Like always, there's always gonna be something that goes wrong, but with crochet you can fix it. Like with this, I kind of knew it was going to maybe give me a knot. There was a slight chance that it would, and it has given me a knot. However, we have our 3 things and our lovely pot of it as well. So we have that, which is a great start. I'm going to grab these amazing pieces and I'm going to work with this. That is not what I wanted. I wanted this because this is from when I frogged a bandana that I've just frogged. This is the thing that I frogged earlier and was like, oh, I could make a string out of this and I could frog and make a stream. And so, yeah. This is, I don't know if these are the same. I'm going to guess that they are. I've done this wrong. But if I can do this, it'll be fine. One reason why I'm starting to think that these may not be the same is that one is really, really wispy and the other one is not. But I think that could just be because of how the other one has been kept condition-wise. One of them has been balled up in a bag, the other one has just been like laid out on the floor. So I think that's possibly a reason as to why it doesn't look very well, I'm gonna say. I'm going to make a knot actually. Last time I didn't do this because I didn't think about it, but I think this time I'm going to do this so that the part on the inside of the toilet roll, so that this is not the same. This does not feel the same, but I've already started it now. So this just feels really old, so I think that's why I'm thinking it's not the same. It very might well be the same, but it doesn't feel like it to me, so we'll find out. Ooh. How is everyone tonight? Just wanted to maybe find out how people's days / nights are going. As you can see, it's nighttime for me. What is a godsend with this wool is it's thinner, so yes, it's really annoying when it bunches up because I can't exactly do my pull method because it's so small. However, because it's so small, it fits more in a denser surface area. So where I realised that that this idea was not going to work for the thicker wool, it's working perfectly fine for this. even though I am having to move my hands around a little because I'm struggling. That's the best way to say it. I'm struggling a little, so I'm having to move my hands around. I have a feeling that and that are not the same. Probably not the same brand, but I'm probably still going to use it as the same because I can't really tell a difference from them. I'm so close to cutting this and like making smaller things. Oh, I don't know words anymore. I keep saying things because I don't actually know words. Brown, 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 brown. This is what oh, well, Jesus. With actually how much there seems to be, I think this was a mistake. But you know what? We're going to keep going with it because I have done too much to turn back now. Okay, so then there's that. And so now we do the infamous wrapping up. Oh, that did not feel right. Brown, 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 brown. This currently just looks as if I'm like winding old people's hair because of how white this looks. But not joking that this is glittery, so it's gonna get glitter everywhere. But you know what, we move. I don't really know what to say about that, but yeah. Do. Oh my god. I have failed myself here, I think. I can't seem to be able to find a pull that will save me. So I think this is going to have to be a snip. Oh well. I mean, if I can find the end and pull on it, then I can go like, oh yeah, and then just attach the other end to it. But so far, I am really close to just grabbing loops and just going snip, because it's what I do quite often when I don't know where an end is, and I just grab a loop that looks really long. There it is. A loop that looks really long. I end up just grabbing it and going, yeah, no, you're now my new start and end, and just snipping it and see where it ends me. I mean lands, not ends me. The thing is, with this, I think I've made a knot in it, so I'm very much willing to dump a lot of this if needs be, because I think I've ruined it from what I've done. And to be fair, I don't think a lot of this can be salvaged. Okay, so I've got to this point. I'm actually going to call it there for that, because with what it looks like currently, it just looks like a really, really big long thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip it in different places and then connect, and then we'll do it this way. Because it will still work. And no, I'm left there. No, I have not. Just like that. No, no. And now I just do this. What time is it? I think I might call it quits. Whoops, that's a huge knot. Okay. Do, 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 do. La 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 la. Li, 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 li. Oh my god, I just cut out the entire thing. So this entire thing is like something different, but because I don't know where an end is of it, that is going to be a scrap thing. There we go. We're going to use this now. If I can find one of my ending points of it. There we go. Oh. La 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 la. So yes, my stream is slightly caught up on my laptop than it is every day. And I'm sorry, it just looks like I'm threatening you with scissors. I've just pulled them apart. I don't want to threaten you with scissors. I love you. I love all my clues. I need all of my clues because I have no clue what to do with my life. Well, I do have somewhat of a clue. I want to be a teacher, but like, apart from that, I have no clue what I want to do. That shouldn't be too small of a thingy. I just got confused for a second. Nope, I know what they are. I'm trying to see like out the window, which is not helping because of how small I am. I'm trying to look for my mother, meine Mutter, because she's gonna get mad at me if I don't clean this up before she gets home, because she does not know that I'm doing this. Alright, to there. There we go. There we go, and then my lovely yarn box. And it goes. I'm guessing if I just, yeah, no, these will just take up the whole space. So I'm not, hi, thank you for the raid, darling. Jesus, my lucky off. There's going to be no addition to that. There will be additions to these. Okay, we're going to now start with this gradient. Thank you for the raid, my dear. I now need to know. Oh my god, I've woven in my ends so well. I can't tell where it is. Like in these, I just can't tell. I've done it so beautifully. Also because my ends probably weren't that small. I can find this end though perfectly well. I do this, right? Oh, this is struggling. Oh, I am struggling. What I can do is I can actually just snip this, throw that in there, and then let's keep pulling. It should stop. I can even do the same up here as well, as I can grab. Actually, should have. There we go. So these are now separate, meaning I can now figure out where the ends are. So I can. Oh, I've done this so well, I actually can't tell. That's a great thing to my skill, I guess. What's another? I actually can't tell what they are. Is this one of them? No, that's. Where is it? I'm having to stretch it because I can't actually. Ooh, I found one. Is this it? Or am I pulling on the wrong thing? I'm pulling on the so wrong thing. I thought it was an end, it's not. Oh my god! I've done this so well that no matter what I stretch, I can't see it. I think I've found one. I found one! Now it's going to be a difficult task getting it out because I've done this most likely with her. What the great thing about this will be though is that this will frog quite easily because there's only one place I can really frog it from properly. Well, at least I thought I would, but I've just realised what I did to get this where it is. It's a slip stitch and then I think a chain one, which is not great on my end because it means this won't be as accurate. There we go, it's frogged. It's now doing this, so what I can do now and grab this. It means the gradient is now not right, but it will have to do. Because I could just hold this up to the like speaker of my phone so you could hear what this sounds like over the fan, which I believe you can hear. But I just cannot be bothered right now. Because it sounds pretty much like rubber to me. Because essentially that's what this specific wool is made of. It's very synthetic. And then just because it will make it a lot easier, I'm going to see if I can find the weaved end on this one. And I want to say I think I just found it, but I don't know how to get it out. I don't know which, I'm just pulling, but I was pulling. I don't know which way it's going to come out, because I have found it, because it's loosening a lot. Most likely I knotted it, so I'm actually just going to cut it. See which way it just pulls. And it did nothing, so I think I've messed up. Actually, hang on. I think I have just in fact messed up. We will find out when I start to frog this, when I find the actual edge. I generally have done it so well this time that I can't find one, so my idea is just to slice it, which didn't help me out last time I tried to do this, but I have no other choice because I just can't find it anywhere. So I'm going to slice it at one of the chain 2 points. And we're just gonna frog whichever way allows to frog. I don't think either way is gonna allow me to frog, actually, think about it. So I'm gonna do this on all 4 of them. I've got one way of frogging it. Just frogged it that way. Okay, so we have this now, which I'm going to attach on. I think this will be my last thing for this, because meh, I don't know, I just feel like this might be my last. I don't know if I have the energy to do more than this right now. It seems to be that I don't. Then, oh well. Wow, but the last one is happening again, but I do not have. Oh, lovely. Something went wrong while playing the Twitch web page. I'm just going to reload it. And I feel sorry if this means that I have missed any like chats and stuff, because I've reset it on my laptop, meaning that I don't have any like from the old stream as my laptop sees it. So I apologise greatly that I do not have any knowledge if anyone said anything. I now have, I think I'm not, I'll be surprised if I do. I do have a knot in this. No, I think. Yeah, it's a big, fat, nasty knot. So, now that we've got to this point, I've gotten to where the knot is. I'm just going to take the knot out, throw it in the scrap thing. That part never usually gets emptied, but I've never usually had enough scraps to fill said pot. But I do have a bag behind me which I use to hold my stuffing. So when that pot gets full, which it already is currently, I will use I will use my I did put it somewhere. Sorry, I am slightly blind right now. It's really dark in this room, obviously, and so that's not helping my eyesight, and my eyesight is terrible anyway. Right, so we've got to this point. Right, so we're now here, okay, and so we're now frogging this until I get to a point where it either stops frogging. There we go. I found it. I found the like thing, but I can't really do anything now because a lot of different things are going on. Like how I've got certain stitches like are cut off, some of them aren't even, some of them don't work anymore. I'm gonna cut that off. are really itchy. I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't understand why I'm so itchy. Like, I don't understand why my septum is so itchy right now. I don't understand why I feel so ill. I feel ill as if something that I've eaten today has made me sick. But the only thing I remember eating today is pasta and sauce, meaning that my granddad's foods made me sick. I was about to say, there's like 3 different pieces of string. There's 2. Because one of them like goes through a stitch in the thing, like in the granny square. There's a set of stitches, and one of them goes through it. And somehow it's just not getting rid of. What? It's now turning into a mess. We're just gonna hope something good comes out of this, because it's now becoming a mess. Not even an organised mess, it's just a mess. Keep doing this until it stops me. Let's stop making it. That is a scrap. There are just some pieces where I'm like, should I bother even frogging them, because they don't seem to be like, there doesn't seem to be a good reason as to why I should keep them. Like, there doesn't seem to be like enough to say, well, I want to keep this wool, because there isn't enough of it, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my last thing. And then you can watch me clean up, because I need to do that. But here is my lovely gradient, and then my blue, which hasn't changed, and then my popcorn, which I've been told looks like blue tampons. I know I've had pink ones of that as well, but yeah, like things I was going to frog, these, but like I love how I just instinctively went to put it on as a glove, even though it's nowhere near a glove. I was just gonna frog it, but then it just makes no sense to frog it because there's nothing I can do with the amount of scrap that this will turn into. Same with this because it's two things combined, and then this because it's such little amount because it's knitting, which doesn't take that much wool anyway. I love that I still have this. Oh, wrong way around. Yeah, I just love that I still have this. I have this one as well. This was a treat to work. Bear in mind the fact it's now super duper tight. It was super duper tight originally. That was a treat to work with. That is not getting frogged because it can't, because of the stitch. So that's getting binned. I'm gonna keep this, I think. I think it does deserve frogging and then remaking, but I cannot be bothered, to be completely honest. Oh, scraps. Scrapped. That's scraps. That's not enough to warrant anything. Because this is a lot of colour change. And it's also... Does it not have a hole in it? Oh no, I just put it on the wrong way around, that's why. Yeah, so this is like the style I wanted. But I'm going to move closer so you can see me. So this is the kind of style that I wanted for it. It's too thick on the top. Because as I kept going up, I kept adding tension, I kept losing my tension. Because I just kept trying it on and stretching it. What I'm probably going to do is I'm not going to frog this because it's just too much. I don't know whether or not this is worth frogging. I hated doing this, but I will never use pink again, so a lot of my stuff I just don't know whether it's worth it because I may just never use the wool again. So for all of those things where I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it or not, I throw them into a bag that's back here, and then it becomes this bag. It becomes my stuffing. Apart from like this stuff, because there are some small little things in here that are like amigurumi style. So this is supposed to be a heart, so this is actually going to stay in there. What I am going to do for these though, although they are very pretty, and I think this was actually supposed to be a commission for someone, but I told them no because it just wasn't working out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into strips. Because then it should unravel easier, if you know what I mean. You won't, I don't think you will, but is the easiest way of saying that obviously I'm not an expert. So there's no point in me trying to prove to you that I know what I'm talking about. Because I don't. I barely know what I'm talking about myself. Okay, there's that. I will cut this way instead of cutting it the other ways. So there's that, and then I can cut this however I like, because this was like my first, I think this is actually knitting and not crochet, which is surprising to me. I think this was my first knitting project ever, that I did on my own after years of not doing it. La 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 la. And I'm just going to cut these as if it was like a piece of ham, because to me they don't matter. Like, it didn't really do me any creative justice, as well as I didn't serve me any purpose either. I generally had no clue what to do with it. Just going to go this way to create more mayhem as well. And I've been cutting straight into the white stitches and not just like the joining. I've just been cutting straight into the stitches. This was when I was doing the I wanted to make something out of purple yarn instead of just using it as a sewing tool, because that's what my granny square project is made out of. Just, like, sewing wise, it's made completely out of purple yarn, because it's just the way it is. It was, purple was the main thing used in it, and so that's just ended up being what happened. Yeah. Oh, I still have that red as well. I thought I had lost all of that red. I don't know why my brain thought I had no wool left, when I've had so much of it left, like in pieces, and also just in works that I've said I wanted to frog for ages because I don't like them, and then just never frogged. No, I want to keep that one. That one looks pretty, this one does not. I can't really see what I'm doing right now. I think my mother's out. So, bye-bye. Mwah.